Hey everyone, it's Clyde at Vibrant Soap, and I debated on whether I'd make this video because it's a soap that I've made before. But I looked at the picture of the soap and I thought, okay, how can I tweak it? Because if I tweaked it, changed it a little bit, then yeah, I can make another video. And I could not think of a way to tweak it until just before I started making this soap. So you can see it's just a little change in it since the last time. You can go back and look at the old video of the making and cutting of Waialua Plumeria, and this time I'm wearing my Hawaiian shirt, and that's going to be part of the color tutorial too. Be prepared for a test on color now that you've been watching all these color tutorials. You should know a little bit more about it. It's not a heavy-duty test, so I wouldn't worry about it, but see what you can remember in the relationships of these colors. Okay, I thought you'd really like to have a test today on the color. All the color that you've been learning from these color tutorials, maybe it's time for a test, but you're going to self-evaluate, so it's not going to put you on edge or anything, I don't think. This is a remake, of course, so you can go back to the Waialua Plumeria video to have more of an explanation, but I thought we would just put the color down and have you think about what's going on the color wheel. What are the relationships of the color? So that's why I left my whole color wheel on here, so you can be looking at that while I get these colors down. So what's going on? And I'm also going to change it a little bit. I can never do the same thing twice. Be a little difficult to do anyway, but there has to always be something kind of creative and new for me. So far I got the yellow, orange, that's more of a red-orange. And what's going on right there? If you look at the color wheel. I also looked at these colors when I did this the first time, and really, whether it was intentional or not, subconsciously I suppose I did make something that looked like a Hawaiian shirt. I think maybe I pre-mix this, but I thought I'd maybe show you that I'm going to add a teal. That's a blue, not a teal. So how do you get a teal? You add a little bit of green to it. That is a version of an aqua or teal already. And I think if you add a little bit more white to it, you get what most people recognize as a turquoise. But that's a teal, at least how I'm looking at it right now. But I'm going to change things up a little bit. I think I'm going to add a little bit of like a sky blue. So that's pre-mixed with white, so soapers would add a little titanium dioxide. We'd also call that a tint of blue, or sky blue, or a pastel blue, many different names. I think that's just basically the color. So the only thing I'm really adding since I did this the last time was this sky blue, and that's because I looked at my Hawaiian shirt that I have, and there are two kinds of blues and kind of a green in there. Maybe I'll show you the shirt too. So here's the shirt, and I've had this for a while. It's my token Hawaiian shirt, so if something Hawaiian comes up I can toss the shirt on. And it's not a very brightly colored Hawaiian shirt, but you do see the variations of blues and greens in there, and I wanted more bright colors in the soap. So there is your test for the day. How are these colors related? What's going on there? And anything else to talk about? I think not. Let's get started with the soap. Okay, let's give the milks and clay and oil a good blend. And let's get the lye in there too. Everything's about 100 degrees. And let's speed this part up again. Okay, I don't really remember this fragrance speeding up on me last time, but I'll be cautious and mix the fragrance in after I do the colors. I know someone wrote me a comment on that too and wondered why I did that all the time, and I don't do it all the time. I just do it when I'm being cautious, or if there's browning involved with the scent, or if I have two different scents that I'm keeping in separate portions of the soap. But in this case, I'm going to mix it in after I do the colors. Okay, so I want to try to use less color this time and have more of a base of white. Okay, and then the titanium dioxide goes in this bunch. And let's give that a little stir. And let me do my fragrance and blend that and get it into the mold. So this is the bigger amount, so more goes in there. These get a little bit. Let's mix these up. Okay, let me get the mold. Hopefully you can see that. Alright, so the whole bottom is going to get white. It does seep into the separate areas through the bottom, so that's one of the reasons why I do this, and the other reason is I think it looks nice. Okay, and then the sides are going to get some red. And this is like in the pot swirls, but they're happening in different areas. So let's get that in there. There's the red. We'll get a little bit more white on top of that. In the center, I'm going to have some orange. I'm going to save the blues for the top, just like it was sky. I'm not going to have yellow in this time too. You might notice that from the original. Get the teal there. I think this will be recognizable as my Waialua Plumeria, but it will also look a little different. I'll get some sky blue on top of that. Get some red in the middle. Some more orange. And I'm also watching the level, the soap levels in all three sections, because I want them pretty much at the same level before I take the dividers out. The top, so let me get the red in. I think I want the teal before the sky blue. And I'm glad I saved this, so I can get a little more of that color up there. I think I've got a better orange. The first time I made it, I'm happy with it, but if you notice the original version, I'll show that to you right now. The orange was very neon, and I want it to be bright, but I don't want it to stand out like being the only neon in there. And the objective was to pour this on the top in such a way that all the colors are showing. I can tap that down. And lastly, I have some white. There, that's more subtle than last time. I like that. Okay, this has been the making of Waialua Plumeria. It smells really great. It's got a mixture of plumeria, but it also has something like I detect some pineapple. And I hope you did well on your test at the color tutorial. Maybe you were hoping that I would tell you the answers at the end of this video, but I'm not. I want to see what people say in the comments. And I think you'll do a spectacular job. This is Clyde at Vibrant Soap. Thanks for watching again. And here's the cutting. Okay, let's see how we did on this. Yeah, I think the orange is less neon as I was hoping for. Yeah, it's not too far from the design of the old one. And I definitely needed more of these bars. So the three-part dividers, you can see how they functioned in this. There's almost like three separate areas of drop pores. And to me it still gives an illusion of a Hawaiian shirt. I like that real thin line right there. I think I've shared in the past my secret to be able to cut the soap with a knife, and that is to have a low table where you can look straight down on the knife as you're cutting. That way you can see the width of the bars of soap, and you can also see if the knife is going through vertically or not. Hope you did well on your test, your color theory test. Let's see what people say in the comments. One last cut. There we go. Okay, and just one more thing. Someone requested for me to cut one of the vibrant amber bars in half. So I'm going to take one of these, and I'm curious myself, otherwise I wouldn't do it. So I'm not cutting it in half this way, but I'm cutting it in half this way to see how far the soap dropped into the bars. So I'll be using this soap myself, or include it in someone's soap order as a sample. I do like the amber fragrance. That's what it looks like inside. So there's all the orange hidden. It's kind of cool. It's like a little surprise. Wow, completely different. Oh, there's that. So again, this is the soap vibrant amber sliced in half. See, it's quite different, and I knew it wouldn't have the gold mica dribbles on top because that was just on the surface. Alright, so this has been the cutting of Waialua Plumeria, and I want to thank you again for watching. That makes me really happy. Thanks for all the comments. I read every one of them, and thanks for subscribing and all that good stuff, and we'll be back for another video soon. I think I can tell you the next soap is going to be a remake of an oatmeal soap, and this time I'm going to try to get a little more color in it. But you know, oatmeal, it's hard to really serve that theme very well because oatmeal is sort of blah. But you know, I've been thinking about it, and I think I have a solution to get some interesting swirls in it. So we'll see you next time. Bye.